contract, but he plays like it. I just want to say muchas gracias, papi. He's from Dominican Republic.
Oh, muy bien. Well, he does everything you want a post player to do. I mean, honestly, he passes the basketball. He can handle it off a rebound. He moves it, post moves. He's improved his outside shot. But the only thing I would say is improve being more aggressive. I'd like to see Al at times try to get 30.
And that does it for us.
Muy bien again.
Thanks for tuning in.
Muchas gracias.
And we'll see you later.
De nada.
And you've got it on 2K Sports for Wednesday night action in the NBA. Hi, this is Kevin Harlan, joined by my partners Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. It's all about the Eastern Conference. That's where the action is today as the Atlanta Hawks get ready to battle. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of the 76ers this year. Last season, they had the upper hand in the series, going 3-1 against these guys.
And they didn't have much of a problem with these guys last season, and quite frankly, you wouldn't expect them to.
Yeah, you know, these are two teams clearly on opposite ends of the continuum in this conference. I mean, this is a team they rightly feel they can beat every time they take the court with them.
Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. Jennings out there with Stauskas. Then there's Grant. Then it's Joel Embiid. And it's Landry in at the 4 spot. Now here's Jennings. Stauskas kicks to Landry. The turnaround Jay. Atlanta with the rebound. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
And guys, that was their night. I mean, it seemed like everything they shot went in.
It happens that way sometimes, guys. It was just one of those games where the hot shooting of a couple of players became contagious, and nobody was stoppable.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
I caught up with head coach Brett Brown. He talked about the impact that Al Horford can have on a game and how they'll have their work cut out for them dealing with him. He said Horford's just a complete ball player. He does all the things you want from a big man. He can shoot, handle, and pass. He's always a tough matchup, but it starts with matching his energy level. Kevin, we'll see if they have what it takes.
Thank you, Doris. And for Carl Landry, he powered his way through the league a few years back, but somewhere along the line, Clark, his game kind of topped out.
His best season, Kevin, he averaged 18 and 7. I think injuries have been a factor. But last year was down to 7 and 4 his game averages, so he's starting to slide.
So the 76ers, their last game, a loss to the Bulls.
Yeah, it's just hard to make up when you have an inability to make free throws consistently, and that's why they ended up losing.
Yes, sir. I think some doubt started to creep in when they kept missing those foul shots. I mean, you could see them start to shy away from wanting to even go to the line.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Embiid.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
For Atlanta, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Scott kicks to Teague. Dishes it to Cephalosha. 6 on the shot clock. Hardaway passes to Scott. It's stolen by Stauskas. And here we go. Fast break. Jennings has got it. Stauskas dishes to Jennings. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. 6 to shoot. To end the drought. Another miss by Philadelphia.
Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the first 5 here to start the game.
T kicks to Cephalosha. Tries again. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
Just an innate ability to rebound the basketball and then make the defense pay. And Al Horford is just a winner, guys. I mean, win 2 NCAA titles at his time playing for Florida. His teammates call him the Godfather because of how calm and quiet he is in terms of his leadership and the mentoring he provides it's been the same here in the NBA.
And it's the 76ers with the ball. Searching for their first points of the game. To end the run. And the play by Jennings as he finishes it off for two. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. T kicks to Horford. He feeds it to Sefolosha. Jennings against T. That's good.
And now we can see them really working it inside.
Yeah, Clark, quality looks at the rim. That's fueling this run.
Now here's Jennings. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game. That is good.
They'll take as many of those looks as they can get.
The Hawks leading by 8. The dish to Horford. They set the pick. Sefolosha kicks to Hardaway. Pick by Horford. Hardaway passes to Horford. And Embiid with the block. Grant outside. Embiid the screen. Grant outside. There's the pass to Landry. 4 on the shot clock. Embiid dishes to Grant. And the 76ers tack on 2 more. And so it's Atlanta with it. Kicks to Sefolosha. Pick by Horford. Teague drives in. Right side Hardaway. Horford has a wide open look. That one rolling around and rims out. The 76ers trail by 6. Embiid the screen. To the paint. Landry gets the bucket. Landry's got his first bucket of the night. For Atlanta, they've gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark. Teague drives in. Down low. Horford. And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. 7 points for Al Horford.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
The 76ers might have dodged having the worst record in the league last season, but they didn't dodge having the worst road record last year, Clark.
They could not dodge that one, Kevin. Just 6 wins on the road, but that was pretty much expected considering the youth and inexperience of this team.
The Hawks leading by 6. Outside team. Can't hit. And it's Philadelphia the other way.
And for the 76ers, they weren't a good shooting team in general. And on the road, it got real ugly. They shot under 40% as a team on the year away from home.
Now, here's Grant. Jeff Teague unable to get his shot to go. Clock is at 3. Stauskas kicks to Embiid. Offensive rebound. Landry gets the bucket. Landry's got his second basket of the night.
Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
Oh, it always is, and it has been so far, and they've gotten a nice edge on the glass.
Now here's Hardaway. 14 points from him the last game against Miami.
For the Sixers, just a brutal start to last season. 17 straight losses. They did get their first 4 wins of the season as a road team, though. As bad as they were on the road, at least they had that going for them.
Good. And now just a 2-point Hawks lead.
A nice run they put together here to bring it a little closer.
Yeah, they got hot. And I didn't think I'd be saying this a little while ago, but now this game's up for grabs.
Now here's Teague, who's coming off a 16-point game against Miami.
And equally as impressive, the playmaking. Just sensational. The way he was seeing the court and making the game easy for his teammates.
Jennings passes to Embiid. That falls. Great assist by Brandon Jennings. Embiid's got the game tied up here for the 76ers. The Hawks have gone 6 of 14 shooting the ball since the start of the game. There's the pick. Sefolosha dishes to Hardaway. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Splitter is checked in for Horford. Mike Muscala comes in for Mike Scott. Robert Covington's checked in for Sefolosha. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Jeff Teague. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Okafor's checked in. Nerlens Noel comes in for Carl Anthony. Tom City's checked in for Rick Stauskas. And it's Isaiah Canning in for Brandon Jennings. Now here's Schroeder. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Pass to Splitter. Excellent D there from Okafor.
Excellent. Really solid job, actually, by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
Cannon. Certainly the biggest surprise last year, Clark, was the play of the Atlanta Hawks. Who would have picked them to win the East at the start of the season?
Well, they did it, and they earned it. The Hawks didn't have any superstars on their roster, but they won with solid team play.
And the first one at the line is good.
You know, there was plenty to be happy about last year in Atlanta with the way the Hawks played. One sour note, though, was that the team was viewed as a potential buy for Seattle groups.
Justin Holiday's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Marshall's checked in. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. Hawks have gotten 7 of their first 16 field goal attempts to go down here in the first. Splitter sets a screen. Holiday attacking. The feed to Splitter. The kick out to Holiday. Takes a 3. Rebound by Marshall. Well, last season the Hawks not only had a great year on the floor as they were the top seed in the Eastern Conference, but they had a pretty good day at the bank too. They sold for a nice price. Looks like the team is going to stay in Atlanta where it belongs.
Yeah, and that's great news for Atlanta. And they were rewarded with a terrific season. A group, including Grant Hill, purchased the Hawks and obviously will keep that group in Atlanta for many years to come.
Muscala misses.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Okafor kicks to Cannon. Back to Okafor. Marshall passes to Cannon. Lets it go from the wing. No good. And Atlanta will come the other way. Holiday with it. Guarded now by Marshall. Splitter sets a screen. Splitter kicks to Splitter. Rebound by the 76ers.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
Cannon, that's a 2-pointer. They get it again.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
Here's Schroeder. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Hawks lead by 4. Philadelphia's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. There's a screen by Noel. Cannon kicks to Okafor.
Get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Now here's Splitter. Coming off a solid outing against Miami. He kicks to Covington. To the wing on the left. 5 on the clock. They set the screen. Here's Muscala, and he connects on the jumper. The screen did the trick. Muscala's got his first bucket in this one.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
After a rookie season in which he really struggled, Dennis Schroeder made big strides last year.
Yeah, I think pretty much dramatic improvements across the board, Kevin. Really a most improved candidate for sure. He solidified that reserve unit for the Hawks, in my opinion.
Here's a look at the teams that have been dominant offensively over the course of the past month. The Hawks second.
I just love their offensive flow lately. I mean, this is a dominant team offensively because of that rhythm and pace.
There's a screen by Noel. Here's Okafor. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2. 50 seconds left in the first. Schroeder kicks to Covington. He dishes it to Muscala. Feeds it to Schroeder. Outside Holiday. 6 on the shot clock. From 11 feet away, again the Hawks score. The 76ers trail by 4. Inside, got a piece of it. Here's Covington. He's covered by Thompson. And Thompson sends it back. And the whistle blew, so that'll be a shooting foul. Great defensive effort there with the blocked shot. But he got more than just the ball that time. Free throws coming up right now. The Hawks shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
Robert Covington. 2 shots.
Free throw drops for Covington. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
Well, as far as the league's big men go, he's one of the very best at the foul line.
Here's Cannon. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. 4 seconds left, and so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
The 76ers have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line. That free throw, no good. Good on the second free throw. Here's Schroeder. No luck. And so the first quarter is in the books. Hawks ahead, up 5. 2K Sports back in a moment here at Phillips Arena in Atlanta. the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And when you consider how Atlanta is doing, your thoughts?
You know, they're not going to sit back and just take jump shots. It's all about attacking the paint and getting to the rim.
That's who they are. They've been the aggressor early, attacking the hoop and getting into that paint.
The 76ers trail by 5. So to begin the second quarter for the Philadelphia 76ers, Grant at small forward with Noel at the 4. Stauskas is out there with Jennings. And it's Okafor in at the center position.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there. And I'm sure he appreciated it.
Now here is Horford. Picked up 24 points in their last one against Miami.
Yeah, and he also did a great job on the backboards, Kev, and that also was a factor.
Philadelphia started to create a little bit of an identity last season after all their transactions, Clark, and shifting around. They settled down and came together.
Yeah, and I tell you, it looks like the identity will be the Sixers being a defensive team going forward. Offense has its fits and starts, but defensively they found some traction.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Atlanta?
They pounded the ball inside in the first half, forcing the D to collapse, and that frees up the shooters going forward.
They also haven't been afraid to take it strong to the hoop early on tonight. I like that.
The 76ers making a switch here. Embiid's checked in. He's off on the second.
As you said, the 76ers will be a team built on defense going forward. At least that's what it seems like to me. They have very active hands and can bother a lot of shots. They also force a ton of turnovers as well. And that lead pass allowed him to get straight to the rim, unabated in stride.
Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. Jennings wide open. And the shot falls short this time.
You know, guys, the Sixers did force a lot of turnovers, but they also gave the ball away the most in the NBA, so kind of negated the turnovers they forced. They can be as defensive as they want, but they've got to get better at taking care of the ball if they're going to improve.
Shot clock at 6. Here's Schroeder. Rebound by Stauskas. The 76ers trail by 6. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. Jennings dishes to Embiid, and he gets it to go. Embiid's got 8 points.
Yeah, that's asking a lot from that defender.
Yeah, it certainly is. I mean, he just doesn't have the size to really be effective in that kind of matchup.
Now, here's Schroeder. His last outing, he had 8 points. And the rejection by Noel. And it's out of bounds for the Hawks as Atlanta retains possession. Atlanta making some changes. Cephalosha comes in for Robert Covington. And Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Dennis Schroeder. Carl Landry's checked in for Philadelphia. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. There's a screen. Teague up top. Lets the 3 fly. Atlanta again missing.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
It's tipped and stolen by Jeff Teague. And now it's Cephalosha running. He can go all the way. Got a hand on it. Now Grant. 11 points for him in that last game against the Bulls in Chicago. It's Jennings with the drive. And it's sent back by Horford. And it's out of bounds. The 76ers able to retain possession here. Embiid the screen. Stauskas kicks to Embiid. Grant the pass to Stauskas. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The 76ers need to get off a shot. That will not get it done. He's 0 for 2. The Hawks leading by 4. In the corner, Hardaway with it. Back to Teague. There's the 3. And he gets it to go. Teague's got 5 points so far.
Maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that he can afford to give him.
Embiid dishes to Grant. Screen by Grant. Out to the wing. Tries from 16. Atlanta with the rebound. Horford's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Tim Hardaway Jr., the son of the great Tim Hardaway Sr., had a very good rookie season. However, last season, Clark, not the improvement that some were hoping to see on him.
Kevin, you knew the expectations were going to be high going forward, very high. But sometimes you step back before you move forward. He only shot 39% last season, very low for a guy of his caliber.
Landry gets the bucket.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividend.
And with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, they haven't had to do much work on the perimeter.
Here's Hardaway after Carl Landry's bucket. Hardaway, no good.
And we were talking about Hardaway Jr., and he had a very good shot coming out of college. Does a good job of freeing himself off screens, plays with good energy and intensity. For this young man, I believe the sky is the limit.
Here's Teague. 5 points in the game. Pass to Horford. Now here is Cephalosha. Picked by Horford. Hardaway kicks to Horford. Yes, and it's Hardaway picking up the assist. And that's now 9 points for Al Horford.
With Hardaway Jr., it's not my thing to compare guys to other players, but he could use a little bit of his dad's quickness and ball handling. Tim Sr. is one of the best in the league at getting his own shot and getting shots for others. If Tim Jr. can get half of that in his game, his star will rise.
Atlanta with the ball. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Jennings against Teague. Screen by Grant. Over in the corner, Landry. Here's Stauskas. Guarded by Hardaway. Clock at 4. Here's Jennings. Rebounded by Cephalosha.
He's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Horford with the screen on Grant. Cephalosha kicks to Horford. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Man, Al Horford really has become one of those elite two-way big men. And that's very rare. You look at most bigs in the NBA, they excel at either one end or the other, but this is one of those guys that does it all.
And Horford at 6'10", a natural power forward who's been pressed into duty at the center spot, but he holds his own on the low block.
He also does a really good job, Kevin, moving his feet and covering in space, covering the pick and roll. He's outstanding in that regard, which is important in today's game. He's got mobility and a high IQ.
He hits one, then this is the second attempt from the free throw line.
Not many saw it coming last season with the Hawks. I mean, they just ran away with the Eastern Conference. It was the first time they took the East since 1994.
Jennings with the ball. Picked up by Teague. Embiid against Horford. Fires from the line. Embiid, no good. And with the Hawks and the East, they just dominated the rest of the division. 39 of the Hawks' 60 regular season wins came in conference.
Yeah, and across the board, the Hawks statistically just dominated all Eastern opponents. They shot it better, played better defense, took better care of the ball. They are set up to be a factor in this conference for a long time.
The Hawks leading by 10. And Teague, here we go. Gets down the step back J. Teague's got 7.
Looked like he was channeling Bob Cousy right there. Since when does he take guys off the dribble like that?
And now, your Atlanta Hawks cheerleaders.
Well, now let's check out the rookies shooting the highest percentage over the last 10 games. A very confident group of young men right now. Number 1 is Joel Embiid. Atlanta making some changes. Splitters checked in for Horford. Mike Muscala comes in for Mike Scott. And Justin Holiday subbed in for Thabo Sefolosha. And Philadelphia will go for a different look here. Okafor's checked in. Thompson comes in for Jeremy Grant. Kendall Marshall's checked in for Stauskas. And it's Isaiah Cannon in for Brandon Jennings. Here's Cannon. Passes it to Landry. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. Dishes to Marshall. Just 5 on the clock. Okafor comes up empty down low. Here's Atlanta. They're on a 14-6 run. And Holiday kicks to Splitter. Splitter sets a screen. But in so Teague with the assist. Teague's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
And Marshall kicks to Landry. From 7. Here's Okafor in the hoop for his 3rd make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest.
And the defense just gets caught standing around that time and giving up the second chance opportunity.
You know, that just can't happen. They need much more effort than that on the glass.
Now here is Holiday. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. That's tipped. Marshall with the steal. Plays it in off the breakaway.
There's that transition offense. Push the ball up the floor. The defense can't get set up, and you can get some easy hoops that way.
And that steal made it possible. And they can use a few more sequences just like that.
Here's Teague following the basket by Kendall Marshall. They set the pick. 5 to shoot. Here's Holiday. Here's Muscala. And that one is hammered home.
And great effort on the boards, and what a move.
Yeah.
That was, Kev. I mean, you just will not see him ever quit on a play.
That guy is a handful. You've got to have a body on him to mark at all times.
And you know what? Sometimes that's not even enough. He'll go around, over, or through you to get to the pumpkin.
The 76ers shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here. And he makes the first.
Well, there were a few complaints last season about how the playoff seeding was done, most notably in the Western Conference. Portland was the 4th seed for winning their division, but without that division win, would have been the 6th seed.
Robert Covington's checked in for Atlanta. Dennis Schroeder comes in for Jeff Teague. The 76ers also with a sub. Noel's checked in for Carl Landry. And so Cannon nails both of them. Into the playoffs last year with Portland being a division winner, but getting that 4th seed, that played a huge role in this conversation about playoff seeding structure. San Antonio would end up playing the Clippers in the first round, even though both had better records than the Blazers.
Kevin, no doubt it's a tricky situation. Listen, you want to reward teams for winning their division, but every so often it comes at the expense of several other teams, like it did last year, who just play in stronger divisions. So I think that's something that the league is going to have to look at moving forward.
The 76ers trail by 10. He feeds it to Marshall. To the paint. Here's Noel. It's tipped.
Well, they've only got a slight edge in rebounding when you look at the numbers, but it certainly feels a lot bigger than it is.
Yeah, the score has a lot to do with that. Their overall effort and execution has been elite.
Now here's Schroeder. The dish to Holiday. Again, Holiday missing. Now here's Marshall. Defense is right there. In the corner, Cannon with it. There's a screen by Noel. Cannon the pass to Marshall. There's Noel, and he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
Just a terrific effort on the offensive glass. That's how they're going to cut into this league.
And Greg, a dunk like that is sure to give them a spark.
Which is a spark they desperately need, Kevin. They've got to ramp up the intensity.
Now, assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Now here's Okafor. 7 points in the game. There's a screen by Noel. Clock at 6. Here's Cannon. And yep, couple bounces and it falls. Cannon's got 5 now.
Wow, he was just wide open there. That's way too easy.
Schroeder kicks to Splitter. The pass to Covington. Out to the right wing. Holiday attacking. The teardrop falls in. 6 points for him.
I like it. I like it. He broke out the fancy finish there.
And Marshall kicks to Noel. Picked by Okafor. 58 seconds left in the first half of basketball. And he gets it to go.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Here's Cannon. He's guarded by Schroeder. There's a screen by Noel. Marshall dishes to Okafor. Got a piece of it. Here's Noel, and he makes good on the layup. Noel's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, I tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Kicks it to Covington. Splitter sets a screen. And Schroeder. His 3-pointers off the mark. Here's Cannon. He has 5. Picked by Okafor. Cannon kicks to Marshall. Lets it go with the 3. And that one's good. Marshall's got 5 points so far.
Very well executed pick to give him all kinds of space to get that one off.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. Hawks lead by 3. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And an exhilarating first half, to be sure. Welcome back. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We'll be breaking down all the action for you. Al Horford putting in some incredible work tonight. He had 12 points, 6 rebounds, and 1 block. Some great work from him in the first 2 quarters. Kenny, what was your take on Atlanta?
Well, they're playing some unselfish basketball here tonight, Ernie. Guys aren't trying to take the defense 1-on-5. They're moving the basketball and finding the open man. And then, of course, the open man is finishing, so no problem here tonight.
Shaq, what'd you think about Philadelphia?
Well, how about that contribution they got from the bench? Nice. Those are some much-needed points, and it keeps them right in the game. I would be surprised to see him dig a little deeper into that bench. Some games you just got to go with the lineups that are working and just improvise, Ernie.
And now, folks, it's just about time for the third quarter to begin. We will see you after the final buzzer.
Both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. Al Horford has been sensational.
And the thing I noticed most in that first half was his offense. He was not wasteful with his opportunities and also did a great job of converting with the chances he had.
I agree with you, Greg. Judicious shot selection. All of his looks were good looks.
They've got Cephalosha. Horford is out there with Mike Scott. Then there's Teague, and it's Hardaway in at the 2 spot. They're the group for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. Here's Stauskas to the middle. Here's Landry, and it's sent back by Horford. Scott with the ball. Pass to Hardaway. The feed to Horford. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. And it's Teague. That time on the assist by Horford. And that's 10 points for Jeff Teague.
Well, I tell you, last season was a big one for the Hawks and Coach Budenholzer. Their dominant season won him multiple Coach of the Month titles, and eventually he won the Coach of the Year award.
Now here's Jennings. Offensive rebound. Landry kicks to Jennings. Grant, right side. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. And here we have the 2K leaderboard showing us the teams with the best free throw percentage during the past month. The Hawks second.
Kevin, I'm absolutely amazed. I mean, their production at the line has been spectacular. I mean, it's been unbelievable. Well done by these guys of late.
Here's Stauskas. It will go down, and the Hawks lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from Grant. It's pretty obvious, I thought, Greg, that Budenholzer was the deserved Coach of the Year. I mean, Steve Kerr, there are a lot of good names you could put in there. But what he's done taking the Hawks to the top of the East, a few saw that coming.
I agree with you. I mean, he has transformed this Hawks team over the past couple of years, has a wonderful team game. And, you know, obviously a lot of influence coming from Pop when he was with San Antonio. But he is really, I think, redefining how the game of basketball is being played at the pro level.
Now here's Jennings. Jeff Teague unable to get his shot to go. Shot clock at 5. Over to the left wing. Stauskas' shot is off. The Hawks leading by 4. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Jennings against Teague. Scott. And the shot is good. Dropping in off the front of the ring. Scott's got 6.
And that's his go-to move right there in the low post.
Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Embiid, the pass to Landry. Teague against Jennings. He kicks to Embiid. He dishes it to Stauskas. And it's off from three-point range. Hawks have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. T kicks to Hardaway. Picked by Horford. Hardaway dishes to T. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. Last year, a good one for Jeff Teague, Clark. He was a first-time All-Star in this league.
He's a pick-and-roll technician. So good in reading the defense as he operates from that spot on the floor. He was really the catalyst for what was a really efficient offense for the Hawks.
Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw, good. Teague.
Jeff Teague, a real speed merchant. I mean, very tough to stay in front of. He can put you on skates, blow by, and get right to the rim.
And so Teague gets 2 free throws.
And guys, Jeff Teague, an attack guard. He's just an average three-point shooter, but he gets to the free throw line in bunches, shoots at a high percentage, and has really revolved, I think, into one of the elite point guards in the league.
Well, you just watch Jeff Teague. He's a natural scorer. Clark, he's also made steady improvement as a playmaker.
Yeah, you look at his assist rate, Kevin, well in the top 10 in the league. He's cut down on his turnovers as well. You can tell he's starting to really figure it out, and the game is slowing down for him.
Let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Hi, guys. I had a chance to find out what Mike Budenholzer was discussing with his guys. Horford was the focus of the discussion, and he wants their offense to run through him. Coach is calling on him to play a big role in the offense for the rest of this game, to really be one of the key guys for them down the stretch. Probably a good time to make some changes with a good chunk of the second half still to go, Kevin.
Always great to hear from you, Doris. Now, here is Landry. 6 points for him. Jennings kicks to Landry. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Another miss by Philadelphia.
And he's also athletic. You know, sometimes you forget that. I mean, this guy's got the tools also to be a terrific defender. And I still think he's developing consistency at that end of the floor.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Hawks will retain possession. Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Here's Scott, the second effort. It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
And speaking of Jeff Teague's defense, I mean, his rebounding, I think, could also be a little higher. I mean, with his bounce, he could get in there and grab a few more.
That's good from Scott.
Well, clearly the 76ers were the youngest team in the league last season, and with all the draft picks they've stockpiled, they'll be the youngest team for a while, it seems. But if the youth can grow and develop, they could also be a force in a few years, too.
So he gets them both. To give you an idea of how young the 76er team is, at one point last season, Greg, Tim Duncan had more seasons played in the NBA than the entire active roster of the 76ers.
That's hard to fathom. I mean, we all know there's this youth movement going on in Philadelphia, but they still need some veterans in that locker room. Very hard for the young players to lead. And after defending on the shot, he doesn't give up on the play. Follow that straight to the glass for the rebound.
Embiid the screen. Landry passes to Embiid. To stop the drought and count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Yeah, heads up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Hawks.
And they haven't been pushed around in the paint at all in this game. They have been the aggressors.
Something that also stands out tonight is the number of assists they have. I mean, that's a mark of a good club.
Out of bounds, Philadelphia takes possession.
You know, that's hard to explain that play. I mean, I guess he thought he had more room than he did.
The 76ers trail by 7. Jennings dishes to Stauskas. Feeds to Embiid. Pass to Jennings. Embiid the screen. Here's Stauskas. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game.
And with him missing literally everything he's put up today, you can see why the score is what it is.
Good on the shot. 14 points for Jeff Teague.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
Here's Stauskas. Outside Jennings. Passes to Stauskas. 6 to shoot. They grab their own miss. Landry gets the bucket.
He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback.
T kicks to Hardaway. Down low. Embiid with the steal. Grant the pass to Jennings. Landry with the screen. Stauskas dishes to Embiid. He feeds it to Jennings. Landry with a screen for Jennings. Shot clock at 5. Up again. Great positioning on the putback. Landry's got 4 points in the quarter.
You know, not everything's falling for them, but they're definitely capitalizing on their second efforts.
Yeah, and the offensive rebounds, really one of those stats that make a huge difference in the outcome of a game. That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Jennings drives in, and that one's good. And now just a 3-point Hawks lead.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
And Hardaway gets it to go.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Landry kicks to Embiid. Jennings against T. Here's Grant. That falls. Great assist by Brandon Jennings. Jennings has got his 4th assist in this one. Horford with the screen on Jennings. Teague drives in, and that one's good. Teague's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
Grant outside. Back to Landry. The 9-foot shot. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Landry's got 12 in the game.
That's what they're hanging their hat on today, fellas. Hard-nosed, smash-mouth play down on the low block.
Old-fashioned, isn't it, my man? Old-fashioned, pound-the-rock basketball, and it is definitely working for them.
Hawks were so dominant last year and were the first team to clinch their spot in the postseason.
Hawks also would wrap up the top seed in the East and were able to advance against the Nets in 6 games. stats for teams. He's one of the standouts over the last month. He's putting up about 14 points a night, 6 assists, and 3 rebounds. Solid numbers, the kind of production we expect. And frankly, I think he's got another level to take it to.
Yeah, he definitely has the skill set to put up even bigger numbers. It wouldn't be a surprise to see that in the coming days.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Splitter is checked in for Scott. Robert Covington comes in for Cephalosha. Justin Holiday's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Teague.
You know, in the second round, the Hawks had a bit of trouble once again with the Wizards. Were able to get by them despite going down 2-1 in that series. Seemed like they were out of gas against the Cavs in the next round.
Cannon kicks to Okafor. Horford with the rebound. Horford's got 8 rebounds in this game. Holiday dishes to Schroeder. Splitter sets a screen. Now here's Schroeder, covered by Okafor. Splitter sets a screen. From 18 feet away. Can't get it to go. Now the 76ers take it the other way.
And really, with the Hawks in the postseason, they just ran out of help. I mean, the Korver injury, the Carroll injury were huge against the Cavs. And when you lose that much talent, you could see why they were swept out of that conference finals. Don't forget, they also lost Cephalosha prior to the playoffs.
That's short off the rim. Atlanta leading by 5. And here's Schroeder. Splitter sets a screen. Jumper off the screen. Thompson with the rebound. Philadelphia's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Dishes it to Grant. Now the pass to Noel. Charity stripe shot. Offensive rebound. Okafor. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play. Making a switch here. Muscala's checked in. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Marshall's checked in. The 76ers have gone 6 of 9 at the line. That one misses for Okafor. And the one thing Thiago Splitter gives you every year, Clark, is consistency. The numbers, the effort, the results, all very familiar every year.
Yeah, his game is really built on the intangibles. He hustles, he knows where he's supposed to be, he gets to the right spot at the right time, crashes the boards, takes charges. He does all the little stuff.
Now, here's Thompson. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Here's Marshall. That one off the back iron and out. The Hawks leading by 3. Here's Schroeder. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Schroeder's got his second basket of the game.
And for Thiago Splitter, he's been a relatively unsung player in his career, never getting his number called on offense, receiving little recognition from the media, but providing tough defense in the post. He shot over 55%, crashes the boards in the 20 minutes or so a game that he gets. So that's been good enough to really establish a productive career.
Now here's Schroeder. The dish to Muscala. Covington gets to Holiday. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
Yeah, you got that right. I mean, you got it real right. They are lighting it up from beyond the arc. This hat. You know, getting back to Splitter, yes, you need superstars to win in this league, but you also need guys like him, guys who put the team first, with bust a gut to carry out their responsibilities on the floor, off the court, and in the locker room. You need all of that to be a championship team.
And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. It's on Jahlil Okafor.
And guys, this 76ers team still trying to forge an identity. One thing that is sure, they will attack the basket, and a lot of fearless players on this roster.
Well, the 76ers do go at the basket without hesitation. They're fearless, Clark, going inside. Led the NBA last season on points off drive.
Well, you know, I like to say you've got to use what you have. They didn't have many shooters, so that means head down, get to the rim.
Nick Stauskas is checked in for the 76ers. And Splitter drops them both.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Yeah, they've not missed a single foul shot this half, and that's taking care of business, fellas.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
46 seconds left to play in the third. Covington's shot is off. They play the clock right, then go 2 for 1.
Just got to time it up right.
Marshall passes to Cannon. Kicks to Marshall. Okafor dishes to Stauskas. Now Marshall. 5 points in the game. And stolen by Splitter.
No need to rush here. They can play for one shot.
Yeah, and I think the way you do it, patient as you indicated, and wait until about the 5-second mark before you get into your play. Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
They better not. I mean, they've got to pad their lead anytime an opportunity presents itself, and that was a golden.
With 1 on the clock, and the quarter ends with some stifling defense right there. Well, we thought the third quarter was over, but it turns out the officials are going to review the play to see if he released the ball before the buzzer.
And to me, guys, it looks pretty clear-cut on the instant replay. I mean, the ball was out of his hands in time. I think they'll confirm this one pretty quickly.
Well, I can't see how they'd come to any other conclusion. I mean, we have a good look at it on the replay. The clock's still ticking when it left his fingertips.
And they've taken a look at it, and they've overturned the call. They've overturned the call. They're calling the basket good, Greg.
Yeah, and that's why we have replay. I mean, to make sure the officials don't miss any calls. And really a good job to take the second look at it. Would have been a shame if they'd been cheated out of those points.
I realize this. Respect this here. Check. I realize.
All right, we welcome you back to what's been a hard-fought battle. Fourth quarter should be good. Here's Teague. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. So on the floor for Philadelphia, the lengthy duo of Noel and Embiid down low. Jennings out there with Stauskas. And it's Grant in at the 3 spot. And that one's good. Schroeder. Schroeder's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Hawks. Outside Jennings. Pass to Stauskas. There's Noel. Rebound by the Hawks. Here's Teague inside, and it goes out of bounds. And the last touch by Noel.
Well, close to picking that one off.
Still a nice play to make sure that pass didn't reach its target.
Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for the Hawks. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Landry's checked in. Picked by Horford. Hardaway kicks to Horford. Unloads from 9. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Embiid's got 6 rebounds in the game. Jennings against Hardaway. Landry with a screen for Jennings. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Scott with a screen on Jennings. Teague kicks to Horford. A baseline J. That's good, and so Teague with the assist. 14 points for Horford.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
Grant at the elbow. To the middle. Here's Embiid. Loose off the pick and hammers it home.
Boy, oh boy, to be young again. My, oh my. Got me thinking back to my day.
Oh, yeah, right. It does make you nostalgic, doesn't it?
Well, speak for yourself, because I could never throw it down like that, but I will say it sure looks fun, doesn't it?
Landry against Teague. And yes, sir, that one drops. Now it's just a 3-point Hawks lead.
That's a brain freeze right there from the entire defense to lose your focus.
There's the feed to Horford. Teague, the pass to Scott. Nice pass. Right into the rack perfectly for the layup. And the Hawks lead by 5. For Philadelphia, they've gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Pass to Landry. He kicks to Grant. Landry up top, defended by Scott. Shot clock at 6. Jennings dishes to Landry. Here's Stauskas. Scott pulls it in. Scott's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Teague against Jennings. And Teague, here we go.
What a beautiful way to polish off that sequence. Just strong and attacking the rim.
That just puts a little more momentum on their side, don't you think? The defense got to tighten up now. I mean, you can't have the opposing point guard throwing down on you like that. Boy, he really bungled that finish.
Atlanta leading by 7. Right side, Scott shoots from the elbow. That's good, and so Teague with the assist. Scott's got 4 points this quarter.
Wow, has he flipped the switch at halftime. Much more effective here in the second half.
Stauskas lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
You always hear about chemistry. That's a perfect example, knowing where each other is at all times.
Teague drives in. He dishes it to Horford. Cannot hit. And it's Philadelphia the other way. Next up for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Jennings kicks to Grant. Jennings against Hardaway. Back to Grant. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Embiid, no good.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
Cephalosha's shot is good. And the Hawks lead by 9.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
Embiid kicks to Jennings. Embiid the screen. To the inside and stolen by Horford. Feeds to Cephalosha. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. And now it's an 11-point Hawks lead. The 76ers have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. Embiid, the pass to Grant. Teague against Jennings. Shot clock at 6. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here. And guys, Brandon Jennings, some people love his chaotic game. Some can't stand it. One of the more polarizing talents in the NBA.
Yeah, I don't think he'll ever shoot for an efficient percentage or become a lockdown defender, Kevin. He's an offensive catalyst. He pushes the action, and he'll go on scoring binges, but I think he does more good than bad with his style of play.
And talking about Brandon Jennings, he has an endless bag of tricks. Keeping the ball literally on a string, makes behind the bag no look and off the backboard passes few players would even try. That unpredictability, though, can make him difficult to check and often forces defenders into positions from which they can't recover.
catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Yes, guys, Mike Budenholzer had some words for his team. He laid one thing out there for them, saying, now is the time to eliminate any chance of a mistake. We've got a good lead. Don't take any unnecessary risks or commit a silly foul. Smart basketball from here on out.
Thank you, Doris.
You know, Brandon Jennings is that rare type of difference maker, a guy who can jumpstart your offense without turning the ball over. That's a valuable asset when you're trying to line up the W's. Really good job on the inside that time. I mean, he had to work for that rebound, and he got it done.
Grant gets to Jennings. Step back shot. Rebound Atlanta. Horford's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort.
And you know what? He's just not on his game. No doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
The rebound by Grant.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
Embiid inside, guarded by Horford. It will go down, and the Hawks' lead is cut down to just 6 points on the bucket from Embiid. Teague against Jennings.
Oh, my goodness. He's just getting nasty on him now. Wow.
Yeah, now that they've built up a lead, this is when he really breaks out those incredibly slick moves.
Man, like a Ginsu knife, just slicing and dicing.
And that replay sponsored by Kia, the Kia Slam Cam, giving us a great look at that one. Sefolosha dishes to Teague. Passes it to Horford. Takes the 13-footer. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two.
Horford having just a fantastic game. 14 rebounds, and he's tacked on a couple of blocks today, too.
And they've been important to the team. Even if it's only a couple, it's helped them establish a defensive presence inside.
2 shots.
He misses the free throw. And he sinks the second. Here's Jennings. He feeds it to Stauskas. Embiid gets to Jennings. Back to Embiid. Grant outside. And there's the pass to Landry. 76ers moving the ball around. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Grant's got 9 points here in the second half. The Hawks leading by 7. Teague up top. He's guarded by Jennings. Deflects the pass. Here's Sefolosha, and he gets it to go.
That's the way to work the ball in close to the hoop, guys.
Here is Jennings. Jennings with another miss.
Well, he's building a house with those bricks. I mean, one reason is he keeps trying to force it up when he's defended well. Move the ball. Share the sugar.
Kept alive. Here's Horford. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two.
At the line of the Hawks, Al Horford. 2 shots.
All right now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
And the first one drops. And Al Horford drops them both. The 76ers trail by 11. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Stauskas, the pass to Landry. Clock at 6. Here's Embiid. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Yeah, he earned that one. I mean, taking the hit and still able to get that one to go down.
Incredible body control right there. Don't know how he was able to get that one to go, but it sure was a thing of beauty to watch.
And guys, the Sixers drafted Embiid 3rd overall despite a foot injury that would keep him out all of his rookie season. Came to the Sixers with a back issue out of Kansas. Of course, they knew all this going in.
Yeah, and Kevin, the Sixers have made an art here lately of drafting players who aren't immediately eligible to play. 2 years ago was Nerlens Noel, who sat out the season with a knee injury. Last year was Dario Saric, who played overseas, and now Embiid.
Now here's Jennings. Outside Landry. Here's Stauskas. Back to Landry. A baseline J. And another shot. Scooped up. Another miss. Boy, they had their chance there, but couldn't get it to go. The Hawks lead by 10. T dishes to Hardaway. Back to T. In the corner, Hardaway with it. Fires from the wing. Here's Scott. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off. The 76ers trail by 10. Outside Jennings. For 3, Stauskas. The shot's good on the assist by Jennings. Jennings has got assist number 7 for him tonight. Atlanta's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. They set the pick. T kicks to Horford. Out to Hardaway. And it's Hardaway again missing. Philadelphia has gone 2 or 3 in the 4th quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Jennings passes to Stauskas. Goes back up. Here's Landry. Tough break there. Shot after shot. They couldn't get anything to fall. 1:19 left in the 4th quarter. T dishes to Horford. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
Time definitely not on their side.
They need a very quick bucket, a real quick one.
Jennings kicks to Stauskas. Screen by Grant. Here's Stauskas. Guarded by Hardaway. 5 to shoot. Landry passes to Jennings. Fires it up. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
I wonder if switching baskets really threw him off. I mean, because he can't get anything to fall this half.
Horford kicks to T. 32 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Scott. Good.
Great job to hit his teammate on that move, Kevin.
A completely new group for Atlanta. 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Cannon, guarded by Holiday. Dishes it to Cannon from downtown, and it's rebounded by Covington. Outside Holiday.